suffer.
Yes, they did.
Taking 2 first-place finishes with the Big Bob.
From Stockholm, Sweden, they did very well in that spot.
It's got to be that mustache. That guy has an incredible.
The cold weather is the key. California's not used to that. Brutal suffering of ice and snow.
Not that we're calling on California.
Conjugate, they did extremely well in the deadlift. I don't think they like to be tagged as the team that can lift heavy, but too bad you do lift heavy.
You do.
You do.
Do very well.
Very well. We're hoping to see what else they can accomplish here. CrossFit Invictus, definitely a crowd favorite. There's a reason why they have been in games 6 consecutive times. There's a lot of experience under the belt there, and 4 of the members on this team were on previous teams. That's a huge percentage of your members coming back and doing this again.
Invictus never finishing outside the top 15 of any single event. Team that can see the next best would be Syndicate. They saw the 20th place finish to their teammate, but after 7 events, it's still separated by mere points. Heat number 3, team event number 8, the first event of day number 3, and it's going to kick off with 50 Medball cleans at a weight of 150 pounds. There's no specific rep scheme that any of these athletes need to do, and that's where that team cohesion and strategy definitely comes into play. I'd be curious to see if CrossFit Conjugate maybe get out to an early lead going into the rings, and they see if they can hang on to that. CrossFit Conjugate show that you have proficiency with the muscle-ups, seeing how they were regionals. They did very well. They had 3 first-place finishes in the first 3 events at regionals.
We have a different strategy here on these teams. We talked about in the last heat, kind of doing a conga line, 1-1-1 to try and keep people maybe fresh. Totally different here by the men in Invictus. They're doing around 5 reps and struggling a little bit to continue to get that. We'll see if they can beat the women's team.
CrossFit Invictus, your leaders coming into day number 3. And if you think about everything that they've gone through, day 2 is just a brutal day of competition for the teams. The heavy deadlifts, the sled pushes, the pregnancy legs. You're thinking like hands and quads and back and hamstrings. And just coming up to this 150-pound net ball. 150 pounds may not seem like a lot of people are referencing a bar. This odd ball object, it's a pretty difficult thing to navigate around if you don't have experience.
It is, and you can see that even there with CrossFit Maryland. It's hard to grip. It's a little bit slippery. When you get it just to about above your shin, you really have to throw your hips forward in order to get it onto your shoulder there. And that was a beautiful illustration of that. So if you aren't familiar with kind of popping your hip that way, you're going to struggle on this medicine ball.
2 minutes in, heat number 3, we had 2 heats previously. The best time this morning was set by CDR Redlands. Time of 9 minutes and 21 seconds. CrossFit the Club. Good performance in Fantasyland and Invictus Atlanta. No team really pulling away from the other. It's about 4 to 6 teams, all within 1 or 2 reps of each other. We'll see a little bit more of that separation as we have in the first 2 heats. And that's on the next section, those 50 requests.
This is grunt work at a moderate weight. They all know how to do that. They've all been tested at that. They're going to get these 50 pretty even. It's going to separate a little bit on the rings, but mostly it's going to separate on those 100 handstand push-ups. And no surprise, we have CrossFit the Club hitting those rings first right next to Invictus.
CrossFit the Club having the best split, just about 0.3 seconds faster than CrossFit Invictus. If we've seen this morning as any indication of how heat 3 is going to be, they had the fastest splits we've seen all morning for those 50 Medball fleets.
up from that 9th place where they had a couple of finishes disappointing with the sled and the deadlift yesterday. And that really is a little bit more specific than this is. So I think they're going to pull themselves back in the game.
CrossFit in Vegas with a 2-point lead on CrossFit himself. One of the SoCal region with 4 straight regional wins. So this team, not just the staple in SoCal, but won 7-4. Just one of those teams that's always been in the mix at the games. Not just in the mix, very, very successful team. Podium finishes, top 10 finishes.
They also have individuals, male and female, and masters athletes here as well. So they have a bit of a deep field out here.
CrossFit Invictus on the left side of your screen, the club red and white. Invictus opening up a 4 to 5 rep lead on the club. We see 3 sets of lines, so what these are indications that we have. They're going to do 20 muscle-ups on one set, 20 on the next.
All weekend long, so far phenomenal.
3 laps. Consistency is NorCal CrossFit. We said look out for him.
Came out of nowhere.
Handstand push-ups. And no surprise there to have some teammates like Pat Barker. He's probably pretty fast at those handstand push-ups. You gotta move 6 inches.
He's been known to be fast at everything, really. Let's just not tag it on the handstand push-ups.
NorCal CrossFit second place finish in heat number 3 is Brick Nation.
1 down.
Here's the cool story here, right here. If
You look very determined.
the men took a second, they're only 2 points out of a second place away from CrossFit Syndicate. So however Syndicate finishes here, this is going to be a lot of points separating. That will move, at least for the men's portion, that will move NorCal back into that second place.
As you mentioned, CrossFit Syndicate, we said they silently moved their way up the leaderboard. We haven't spoken to them once.
Last lap.
Team walks away from the finishing this event. So CrossFit Syndicate, who's holding on to that second place position, is definitely going to fall out of the top 3. So you're getting to the 11-minute mark. There's 1 minute remaining for that 12-minute time.
Slowed down a bit.
You know these women are looking.
Can you feel it? It's significant.
CrossFit Invictus getting that second.
Move the medicine ball 15 times.
From CDR limits, 3 seconds off. And the women has another opportunity to they can get that first place finish.
Yeah, as we saw in the deadlift yesterday, you had some men team that did really well, and then maybe women on, and then vice versa. You really want to be as even as possible so you don't cancel each other out. So we have our
6,
top 4 teams, Invictus,
7,
808,
8,
this particular heat.
9,
They're winning.
10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 2 laps. If you fall out of your chair, it's going to kill your time. You know how long it would take me to get you back in there? Get time cap just from that.
2 seconds. Finishing in 12 previous heats, so that is not what they were looking for.
I got to tell you, much slower than your first lap last time. It's almost like your stamina's not very good. That couldn't be it. Last lap.
Invictus can capitalize on what the men's
Move the medicine ball 10 times.
So I have a little bit of a concern for
Stand by.
Heat 3, event number 9. 50, Medball plays a weight of 85.
5. Oh, costly, no rep.
not as relatively heavy as that 150 for the men, which is why
4,
ladies moving
3,
easier than the
2, 1. Last rep. 1 lap. Last round.
Athletes will do 10 reps.
You're going to kick yourself tonight for dropping the ball. Gonna prove costly. Move the medicine ball 5 times.
That looks like a good idea. That looks like a terrible idea.
And maybe even practice it just a tad bit before heading out there, or some communication skills. This movement, however, is really, really windy. I always think of this more like a
4, 3,
you know, it's like
2, 1.